Yo, 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 yo. What's good, man? Buckeye Steppas Podcast, episode 22. Man, we here. We back, man, and we ain't going nowhere, man. The latest and greatest of the Buckeye football updates right here from us, always every Wednesday, and the rest of the college football landscape as well. Let me get the fellas on here, man, so we can get this started, man. There go one. All right, there go one stepper. Let me add T Mac first. Do T Mac first. But he always got the difficulty. Yes, sir. All right. There go one stepper.
Everybody that's a hater, count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 motherfuckers. 9
Yo,
times.
damn, I can't see y'all.
What?
You can't see us?
I can't see y'all. That was like this would be like the third week in a row. I couldn't see y'all. That's crazy. I'm gonna try to do it
I don't
again.
know.
Why is this
That's
the
that
first time you've
Android
ever
shit,
said
man.
something?
Gotta get your iPhone.
Weird Apple shit. Don't got no back button. Fuck out of here. Hold on, I'm gonna try again.
Why would we need a back button?
Hey, I make mistakes. I don't know about y'all perfect ass.
What up, what up, what up? I say again,
That's
9-time national champions. You know, I always show off the new hats.
yeah, man. That's the Androids, man. You gotta get in the iPhone, man. You gotta be
Yeah,
tweaking, man.
that's his fault.
You talk about you can't see nothing. I'm like, I don't know how you can't see nothing.
He said it's 3 weeks in a row. Why he ain't said nothing the last 2 weeks?
I had no idea. None whatsoever. You still can't see nothing?
This is black screens. I can see me. I can see y'all when I was watching it, and then when you had, I don't know what's going on. So I'm on the phone and
I'm
shine.
sorry, I can't share. I can't, man. The other day I got into it with this goofy the other day. Well, I didn't really get into it. I got into this goofy the other day when I was talking boxing the other day, and they like messed up my feature on Facebook where I can't share to groups, like share my post to groups right now. Like I don't even know how long this shit is. Like so I'm like, it's sorry, like, cause I ain't even getting like my crazy traction that I usually get when I share like the other groups and shit. Like,
Right. I don't know. Something going on. It's just one thing missing though. I can hear y'all. I just can't like you remember when TB had that trouble at the gas station wherever he was at. Like I couldn't see what was going on. Like it was nothing but black screen.
what it
What
do?
up?
What it do? What it
What
Are
up?
you wearing a
do?
Buckeye hat?
No, Bengals has to. I just get off
True.
work, but
Bro.
shit,
Yes, sir.
tired as
So,
fuck.
man. All right, you
Man,
know the vibes,
send
boy.
me your address, bro. I'm gonna just pick one off the wall and send it to you.
Yeah.
I actually got some Buckeye shit, and but I ain't even have time to
No,
put them
I'm
on.
talking shit to you, brother. I promise you know.
Yeah, yeah. How y'all
So you
feeling?
already know the vibes, man. We good, man. We good, man. You feel me?
We are
Mm-hmm.
9-time
How you know?
national champions. Of course we're good.
All
9.
right,
Count
so
them,
let's get to
motherfuckers.
the
Count
first
them.
topic, man. Let's get right into it, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, first topic. Matter of fact, just to make it interesting, I'll switch it up. All right. How y'all feel about Cardinal Tate coming out the other day, man? He came out and said he bleeds Ohio State.
That's a good thing. He just won the daddy. Why shouldn't he? I guess with
With
all the
all them
rumors with
schools,
his girl being in Oregon and all that, and him going, he just wanted to reassure the fans.
They because of what happened with that quarterback from Georgia.
yeah,
You just letting everybody know. Yeah, I believe this right. Especially now he gonna be a junior. Like this is his time. He gonna shine next year.
Did he
This is gonna be his
redshirt his
last year.
freshman year?
Oh, oh,
no, he played a little bit towards the back half of that season.
My
You think
fault.
it's
I
not
Yeah,
mean,
as
my
last
I
year?
say Cordell Tate. I mean, you
I
already
think
know a lot of teams was offering him over $1 million to leave Ohio State, and he's loyal. You got to think about Cordell Tate, like with his mom passing, Ohio State was there for him, like during that that difficult time and everything, man. So like he loves the brotherhood, he loves everything going on, and then why would you leave? Like. I mean, what's the point of leaving right now when you got a great thing going on? You just won a natty. Ohio State gonna make sure they take care of you with NIL for sure. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We ain't no cheapskates. I mean,
I mean, I
he's
thought
gonna
the
leave.
rumors of him leaving was done.
They are.
oh, it's
He was
over.
gonna leave. He would have left earlier, so he had more years to play somewhere else. Especially with them getting JJ, it would have been like this year, and then you know what I mean. He would have had two. But
Yeah.
like Cam said, like it's some dudes are born Buckeyes and gonna die Buckeyes. He won.
Facts.
Hardline's another. Let me put that out there.
Yeah. I hope Hotline does well though. You know, I really do. He was a good player. He seems like a good dude. It's hard not to root. You know what I'm saying for him. I'm just
Like, him and Levinsky were a different time, or a
right,
forgotten time.
Right.
right.
And
Even though like
Robisky.
I
Don't
mean I
forget
hope
Austin Mack. Austin Mack as well.
yeah. And with Hotline, I do have like high hopes for him. I'm just my only thing I will ever say was just the lack of experience. But you gotta be in it to get experience. You know what I mean? So we can't really hold that against him. So I mean, if there's growing pains with Heartline, I think that fans will be more like lenient with him and not be too harsh because of
There's so
that.
many, so
I'm
many other
hopeful.
people in that room to blame too.
and that
Yeah.
carries into the next segment right there, man. Let's do some grading of these new assistant coaching hires. Far as from we do A to F per se. So, Brown Hartline. I mean, as far as how you feel with, of course, Coach Ryan Day hiring Brian Hartline, what you grade that from A to F?
I'm a piggyback off of Ty saying that the lack of experience to me makes it like a B instead of an A because I do think that he's earned it in terms of like what he's presented. First round talent after first round talent after first round talent after first round talent. Um,
And he loyal.
and he's loyal. Yeah, I mean, and yeah, that rides with me like farther than I can even establish to y'all. So yeah, I would say that one's at least a B. If he performs well, then that grade. I think that we should like remember these grades and revisit them at the end. You know what I'm saying? Because
For sure.
That's why you
for
take
Brian
that.
Hartline, it could go one of two ways. Like it could be proven that he's not an OC. It could be proven that he only knows how to play wide receiver and how to teach people how to play that position better.
Hmm.
Or
Right.
it can prove like, thank God he didn't get hired or take any of them other jobs. You get what I'm saying? Like, so it's like
Right.
I like that as a move right now, but like come November, as we're looking at where we're at in the playoffs or in the playoffs or not in the playoffs or beat Michigan or not beat Michigan, does that grade change? It's possible.
Yeah. Okay. Let me ask you a question real quick. Well, Mom, how much leash you think Heartline has? If there's growing pains, if there's mistakes, what's his leash? One
I think
season,
Infinite.
at
two
least
seasons?
I think at least this year, if he does bad, he'd get a comeback next year and try again.
Okay.
We
That's
got at
fair.
least three, 4
I don't
years.
really think it's much leash on them for real, honestly.
No, that's
I don't
all.
know
But
how much
I
he's doing. I
I
don't know
don't
how
think that
many
I even use the
plays.
term leash. I just think that it's like, yo, bub,
Or
like
room
you
for
know where
error.
you're at. You know where you're at. You know what the expectations are. Like, as much as I love you, you're either gonna have to take a demotion or dip out if you can't pull this off in 2 years. I don't think that they're gonna give him a long time to figure it out. I don't. It better be at least, man. If he lose more than 2 games this year, he better not lose any games next year. And it's like the offense's fault. You know what I'm saying? Like the offense is lacking. Let me not. I don't know. What do you think, Jay? You look like you ready to answer this, so I want to hear your opinion.
Yeah, because what are you talking about? There was 2 losses this year, and it was definitely because of the offense, because that
I
defense
said
played
more
their
than
ass
two
off all season.
losses.
I'm
I
sorry, bro.
said more than
Hit me
two.
up. I forgot anything else that I was about to goddamn say. You just described this regular season right now, bro. That's crazy.
No,
Okay,
I
y'all.
I'm trying
said
to be
more than
nice.
2 losses, which to me would mean we wouldn't make the playoffs, which would then make next season a bigger deal. So here, you want to say that that's the regular season or what we're used to,
Two
whatever.
losses on
I said more
offense.
than 2 losses. To me, that means we don't make the playoffs. That makes this season a failure for him. You get what I'm saying? Like, then next year would be like, yo, get it together. But again, at least not more than 2 losses. He better make the playoffs in one of the next 2 years, or they probably gonna try to if it's on the offense. The defense might suck. The defense, who knows how big losing Jim Knowles is? We don't know that yet. Who knows the next grade that I have? Because I've done a lot of research on that. For one of these coaches we're gonna talk about, I don't know which one's next or when,
I
but
mean,
one
you
of these
brought you
mofos
brought
might get a D right
you
now.
you brought up the defense, so I mean, let's talk about Matt Patricia.
I got a D, bro. I don't think that it's a good hire at all.
You you've
I,
been low on
I
Matt Patricia in the chat since you've been consistent with that. I don't. I mean, I don't. Are you basing your? I'm not saying your
bro,
opinion is wrong,
why
honestly,
has why
but
has
are you
no
basing it off?
one why
Huh?
has no one offered him a job since 2020, bro? Why
I
has
mean,
no one offered
that's a
him a
good
job
point.
since 2020?
Hold on, Todd. That's a good point. But the flip side to that
He
is that he could
was
not
assistant.
won the job either. We don't know. You know what I'm
He,
saying? That's what I'm saying.
he
I'm not
was he
saying your
was
point is wrong, but the
he
flip side
was
is
an
that we
analyst. He was the analyst for Philly in the 2023 season for the Eagles.
Based on what I'm
I
looking at
mean,
his resume, I didn't see that. So if that is correct, which I don't not trust my dog, I wasn't
Yeah.
aware of that. And I'm talking about doing my research. I see his last coaching stint as 2020 when he got fired in Detroit. You know what I'm saying? So like I don't fuck with Philly, so I wouldn't know that.
Mhm.
I don't know why it doesn't show that on his resume. That's weird.
Tony
Right.
gonna be
yeah,
mad you say that about Philly.
I don't know.
yeah. I
I
mean,
I give it I give it a C plus on the Patricia hire with the potential of like a B. If it's true that we going to the 3-4 front, then I'm going to go. I'm gonna be with my man Ty. Give it a D because I'm not a fan of the 3-4. I'm not.
And
I
why?
can't. I'm just
Hey,
not.
look, the combo just kind of morphing into each other right now.
Mhm.
That's
Yeah,
kind of it's kind of swiftly.
I'm. I'm not a fan of the 3-4, and
Nah, so
I don't think.
listen. I'm gonna say this as a fan of someone that's been a fan of the Cowboys. That was a fan of the Cowboys back when we ran 3-4. Bro, like that benefits CJ Hicks the most. If we were to switch to that, I don't mean to change topics because there are more coaches, but we talking coordinators. So that's that. If we go accidentally slide into the next combo, this is my point. We had a DeMarcus Ware. You understand what I'm saying? I'm not trying to say that CJ Hicks is DeMarcus Ware. I will say I've watched him play live multiple times, and he is nasty. He just is not fitting the scheme of the. We basically run a 4-2-5, and
right,
you know what I'm saying. We only run in two linebackers. So if you go to a 3-4, it's also interchangeable to a 4-3, to where
Mhm.
CJ Hicks is going to walk down to the line like a DeMarcus Ware, like a Von Miller. You know what I'm saying? Like, and they're talking about, to me, I
True.
think that would
So
be like the move in that side. But I also agree with you. I like, we have, with or without Jim Knowles, had at least a decent defense running what we've ran for a long time. I don't see
Mhm.
the reason to try to change it immediately with the scheme players we have now. You recruit players based on your schemes that you have. You have a bunch of players that are there to run a 4-3, 4-2-5, whatever, four-man front. If you're running a three-man front, you got to get people that know how to run a three technique. You got to get nose guards. You got to get we don't have none of that right now.
Mhm.
We don't have no Vince Wilfork type of guy. We don't have no Cam Hayward type of guy right now. We don't have
No,
that. I'm
we
not
don't got that.
saying that our D tackles aren't good. There's a difference between a good D tackle and a good nose tackle, and it's a lot of fucking size, if
Right.
I'm being honest.
Right. We don't got a D tackle that can take up two blockers, that can take up a double
Yeah.
team. You know what I'm saying? I think if you don't got that, if you have like a Vince Wilfork or DJ Reader type player, it can be something. But
He snuck him a
What the Bengals do with
bagel in
DJ
there.
Reader?
Nah, I mean, honestly, I get with Matt Patricia.
yeah,
I love this hire.
DJ Reader a lion. First of all, shut up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Matt
what?
Patricia. I love
Yeah.
this hire, man. I ain't gonna lie. Brian Hartline, I didn't get to get my eyes on him. I don't need to get my opinion about Brian Hartline. Y'all know how I feel about him.
A
But
plus.
Brian Hartline, I give Brian Hartline. I love it. I give it. It's a.
Yeah,
It's a B plus right now. I got to see more though.
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go on Hardline. I give him an A plus because one, if you didn't, he was probably gonna leave. And I like wide receiver you. I like every year we have a top first round draft pick at wide receiver. I like how many we put in the league. I like the image of having that. I love it, to be honest with you. So
I switch mine. I go to A minus. I go to
you
A
lose.
minus.
I don't think he would have left this year. He would have came back for the to defend the title.
Yeah, and
I think
he would have been, and he wouldn't even entertain anything else because his security wasn't locked up when it should have been because he's a lifelong Buckeye and will be a lifelong Buckeye. You hear what I'm saying? That's an A plus. The
Yeah,
Patricia,
I switch
I
mine
give
to
it
A minus.
I
you get a
give it
what?
an F.
A
F.
F?
I hate it. I hate it. I'd rather have Teddy Bruschi or the dude that used to coach the Titans, Vrabel. I'd rather have
Wow.
those guys.
Okay.
And Patricia, especially if you're talking about the defense with the 3-4 versus the 4-3. If we try to switch that coming off the national championship, you know how dumb that looks. And I think he's going to try to overpower the room, but he has been off for a few years, like Matt said. So hopefully, that shit kind of died down to where I'm a head coach. I'm this, nuts on the table type stuff.
Uh-huh.
So I also don't like all those coaches in the same room, which you'll see later. But that's how I feel about it. I personally, I don't like the hire. I know he's a good mind on football and everything else under Belichick. Everything after New England doesn't really look good to me. Not even Philly, because he didn't draft nobody. That defense was built in the draft the last 5 years. They had the whole
Mm-hmm.
Clemson division line when Clemson was good. You know what I mean? Now they added Jalen Carter,
Right.
or Georgia. Sorry, not Clemson, Georgia. It's crazy.
Oh, wow.
Like you coach talent and then you take the credit for the talent. Whatever.
Right.
I don't like it. And like he said, he might have been gone for too long too, because the game's done changed. And it
Mm-hmm.
changes cycles and presidents. Like it's weird. They always, over here nitpicking and changing other stuff. That's just how I feel about the too. Thanks for letting me get my rant on.
But honestly, Patricia made his name as an assistant. He was just only horrible as a head coach. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, he's back with us as an assistant. He's back in his normal role. I think he may be able to thrive. Some people are just good assistants.
Well, he was a good assistant under who?
Huh?
He was a good assistant under who?
Belichick?
All right, anywhere else?
That's the only place he was assistant at.
Oh, I was just saying. I was just asking. Like that's Belichick though, bro. Come on.
I mean, not every
They put a
Belichick.
harder. You can't put all the harness on him like Belichick was just calling the defense and shit. And then because he
Man,
wasn't calling the
listen.
defense.
You
It's
can
his
look at Bill
defense.
Belichick and
It's
tell
his
he's in
defense, but
control of the
he
person.
wasn't calling it.
He wasn't.
Man.
Belichick
So
wasn't
Saban
calling the
was the
plays.
offensive coordinator or not Saban. Belichick was an offensive coordinator before
He
he was a
wasn't
head.
calling the plays.
Oh,
Belichick wasn't the play caller.
right.
Yeah.
But
You
yeah,
act
Man,
like Bill
I'm telling you,
Belichick
he
had
had
no control.
100% control of everything that man did.
yes, that's
Like I
true.
said, and this is, you say what you want, rumor or not, that man was Bill Belichick's fucking butler when we hired him. So let's chill out.
Why you keep saying that,
Bro,
man?
Listen,
because it's really said on these forums, bro. These people really saying that shit. That he was genuinely, I mean, probably not a butler. That's just to make, it was like he was his assistant. He was
You
taking his
crazy?
calls. He was doing his schedule. He was working for that man.
That's funny as
Bill
hell.
Belichick was paying his bills at his house.
he's a
Fuck,
nerd that carries these books, bro. Don't give him that credit.
man.
I say this. I think I like the hire with Matt Patricia. I, I'm giving it I'm giving it a B minus right now because I got to see more. But I love that hire, and from what I'm hearing, they are not going to switch to that 3-4 because Ryan Day, he basically I was watching with Triple Option that Triple Option podcast with Urban Meyer and Mark Ingram, and
What a
he
weird
Ryan
dynamic
Day
that is.
Ryan Day he was saying like everybody he was talking about the coaches saying like anybody that I brought in like they have to buy into what we're doing. Like you got to buy into that 4-2-5 defense. You know what I mean? You got to buy into the offense that we've been running this past year and everything. So like I feel like personally like Matt Patricia's coming in to come soon with the like they stand with the 4-2-5. They're not going to change the identity of that team. From what I'm hearing, from a lot of guys, and I think we
Yeah.
know Matt Patricia. I think he's gonna be good. I think the game is gonna be easy for him. I ain't gonna lie. I think it's gonna be easy for him. Y'all gonna see this gonna be a slam dunk hire going into the year. Watch, I'm telling you. I think Matt Patricia gonna turn his defense up, and our defense gonna be the same this year. They're gonna turn up.
So they're
Something
going
that
to
I
be the
s-
same.
go ahead, Jay.
We're
My
going to
bad.
be the same. Why hiring? Like I get we lost nose, but we hired the dude from within. He's already on the program.
And then you got to think of it too. What's it called? That co-defensive coordinator as well with OG Walt. You know what I mean? So you got that in play as well. Like, you know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
is that kind of build because OG Walt, he knows the defense. He knows the 4-2-5 defense. They've been running it the last 3 years. You know what I mean? And, but you got at the same time, you got to think of like Matt Patricia. He knows shit in deep detail. He know how to call a game. You feel me? Like, you know what I'm saying? OG Walt ain't called the
And
game in a while. You feel me?
and more importantly, Matt Patricia knows how to game plan for a game. You know what I'm saying? That's where the
Absolutely.
work is done during the week. Watching that film, who can break down film? I know Matt Patricia can break down some film. He
He
might
got
not have
two
been
Super
able.
Bowls on his track record. He got two of them.
OG Walt. OG Walt. You tell me he can't break down tape? That's what
Not
you
like
just
Matt
did?
Patricia.
It's
Not like Matt
right.
Patricia.
It's another perspective. That's what you get.
Hey, bruh,
Hey,
you're
they had
stating
to
a
say
He's
straight
the one that brought
opinion
you
right now and what you
back.
assume.
Come on,
they,
OG.
That's
they but
crazy,
they
dude.
but you gotta look at it though in the aspect too though. Like motherfuckers gave flack about the Chip Kelly hire last year for real.
I like it.
Facts.
I love that hire. I love
Was
that
he a
Some
hire.
people
college?
gave flack. Some
No, yeah,
people was like,
it
"Oh,
was
Was he
I
definitely.
see people." It was motherfuckers like it was from our own fan base that was giving flack about that shit. Like, you know what I mean?
I was really excited about that.
I'm
I'm
bugging.
still kind of salty he left. I really am.
Yeah, like people was talking shit about the Chip Kelly hair, talking about what he did at San Fran and that Philly and shit. Like, you know
Hmm.
what I mean? I think that kind of fueled him for the reason
Man,
was,
there was
him
people
getting six
saying that
million
man
a
was
year.
racist against black players, bro. There was a lot of people that were
Right.
concerned with this fucking hire, bro.
Chip Kelly.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And who was it?
LaShawn McCoy.
Thank you. Yeah, I couldn't think of his first name. I wanted to say
Yeah,
the wrong shit.
LaShawn McCoy.
Shady.
La-
Why? Yeah,
Yeah,
Shady McCoy. That's his name.
for real.
I was
Yeah.
right.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Real shit.
Yeah. That's that. He did great in college. He didn't do so good in the NFL. So he should have stayed his ass in college. He should have stayed the best one.
Because
He was
now
already
I,
good.
because now I feel like he used Ohio State just as a stepping stone. Like he was never planning on being
I think
But
he
head.
just kind of had a.
I do think
I think from what I heard, Chip was going to stay here because he was like it was a 2-year contract that he got signed to,
Hmm.
but he was going to stay here another year. But you get offered 6 million a year to coordinate in the NFL. Like, come on, like he the highest paid OC now. Like,
He was that
and then
on that same record
I
as
think he got a little bit of inspiration too from like being in Philly and San Fran to go back and try to be successful in the NFL because he didn't have a successful run in the NFL. But let's get to the
I do think
next. Let's
something
get to
about
the
that
next shit
coach.
though, 'cause we gotta keep it pushing though. I don't want to stay on the same shit. But all right, let's go to Tyler Bowen. How do y'all grade Tyler Bowen?
I, so this one's a tricky one for me as far as the grade side of it because if you want me to grade it on the position he was hired into, goddamn near an F, bro. Like, honestly, like, as an offensive line coach, he has 1 year of experience with the worst ranked offensive line in college football and the worst ranked offensive line in Minnesota history. This is not me clowning. This is not me joking. It does sound like I am. I am not. This is fact. So we hired a man with this on his resume as an offensive line coach, one time ever. Worst season in Minnesota history. And they're not even that good at producing offensive line. So to have the worst recorded amount of sacks, QB touches, QB hurries ever in Minnesota history, to hire him as the offensive line coach, it's low-key a F to me. But in my opinion, again, I'm assuming, so I just said that to you that was silly. I'm assuming that the hire was made because of his recruiting and his offensive coordinator's ability to help recruit and help with the switchover for Brian Hartline. That is my opinion, which brings the grade up a lot for me because I like that.
Right.
That I like. Kirk Cousins, I like that. But why did he need to be the offensive line coach? I don't understand that. He don't have history of succeeding at that position.
You made some good points. You made some good points. But did he have? I mean, who was the running back with that Minnesota that year? Like who was his players? Did he have injuries? I mean, there's a lot of things that go into.
Again, hey, you just brought some more points back at me, and I honestly, 100%, you know, I'm no faker. I have no fucking clue. I'm reading the stats.
I can't give them too much flack for the Minnesota stint because it's Minnesota.
Yeah, but did Minnesota have a real good running back like maybe 5 years ago?
They Minnesota always keep them a decent running back.
Yeah, he was number 24. I remember who you're talking about. I can't think of his name.
Number 29, he was a dog, though. I remember he tore his ACL like his junior year. He got an extra year or something like that.
I know he had dreads.
Yeah, he was nice. Like Ibrahim.
That is Ibrahim. Some along them lines. You going the right way.
He was. I wonder was our offensive line coach? Was he coaching him under that? Because if he did, those were some good years. You know what I'm saying? Those.
I mean, Minnesota, like, I can't throw too much flack for him on a 1 year, you know what I'm saying? Now, him having experience and stuff, you know, being an OC and everything, like, they say he got a deep background as far as recruiting in the DMV and a little bit down south, and he's been making some already good strides and recruiting already, getting in motion, you know what I'm saying, with some of the guys that we already had intact. Because, you know, this is a big year as far as O-line, specifically in the state of Ohio. You know what I mean? So, like, we had to get somebody on the line running on the recruiting side. You know what I'm saying? Because I think Ryan Day had the aspects, they had the inspiration that he want that recruiting at O-line to be better. Like, he definitely is.
In my opinion, the offensive line coach is like the unsung hero on the coaching staff on a winning team. You know what I mean?
Yes.
If you have, it's like, you know what I mean?
That's
if you have
my problem.
Line coach, and you have more than so often translate to a dominant front.
Man, and that's what I'm saying. Like, specifically, as much as we hated on Justin Fry, without Justin Fry, we're not the national champions right now. I mean that wholeheartedly. Without Justin Fry, we don't make the moves we made at the offensive line to somehow get us through that and look fucking phenomenal while doing it. And that's why he is where he is now. You know what I'm saying? I just don't know that bruh has proved that he has that as far as coaching and offensive line. And that scares me. That really scares me because, again, you lose Donovan Jackson. That's the heart and soul of that defense. And now we really got to figure out who's going to play left tackle, which I'm positive we are right. But you figure out who's playing between, fucking Montgomery and Severold or Seaford or however the hell you say his name. Whatever. I don't want to say it wrong and be disrespectful. But you got respectfully, Cam, I don't know if you said it right either.
Sirefield. He's in Dakota East, so I gotta say it right. He's in Dakota East.
Nah, but I'm saying, like, you got the center back, so like that's clutch. But like Who's our right tackle? Do we get them back or are they gone? You know what I'm saying?
Philip
Like,
Daniels is gonna play in from Minnesota, and Ethan Owen Y.
Owen. Hey, I hope he. I hope
Owen,
he.
I had to
I
get.
hope
I
he.
was
I
listening to
hope he
this man's
sniffs some of
name
that.
earlier,
I
man.
hope he sniffs some of that sniffing
They
shit and
say
start
they said he gonna be.
fucking going
We gonna we
crazy and
gonna we
shit.
gonna we gonna talk about him, but because we can go ahead and get into that because we got to talk about the other great hires. You know what I mean? But shit, we could get into the winter workouts, man. Been crazy lately, man. Them boys already putting in that work, man. They going crazy right now. A name that I heard, big right now is, the left tackle, man, from Rice, man, Ethan. And they said this guy, he already potentially gonna be a first rounder already. That's what they already believe.
Okay.
He still got to prove it. I'm ready for that. Prove it on this
And
level.
stay
It's definitely a different
healthy.
level from where it came from.
Stay healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, they said he been putting in some good work, man, recently for sure, man. And I'm excited. I'm excited for what I'm hearing from the guy, man. He already been working with the team during the bowl season and shit during the playoffs. I mean, so him and Philip Daniels, they both was working. They was blocking Jack Sawyer and JCT during practice and shit during the playoff run. So they already got a little bit of experience already being with the team already, and they locked in. Another guy, um, Riley Pettijohn, man, the freshman linebacker, man, from Texas. They said that man looking amazing already, man. They said they
Man,
talked
but that
like he
means
got potential to play.
to
They
me
said he
that
got
means
potential
Pierce
to
is gonna
play.
transfer.
I don't know. Maybe the name I heard was more so Garrett Stover, possibly. Yeah,
What's
I
gonna
heard
transfer?
Garrett Stover
Who's
that
gonna
he may
transfer?
be a guy that might transfer, but I haven't heard
Hayden, bro.
anything about Peyton Pierce.
Okay.
But they said Riley Pettijohn and they said TJ Alford, both freshman linebackers, been looking good, impressing in winter workout so far. You know what I mean? So I'm excited about Riley Pettijohn because I think those two guys is gonna be
We
like
thought Cody
about
Simon style
about
look good.
maybe
Wait till
2 years from
TN2.
now. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, depending like it depends if Arville like say Arville have a crazy year this year because I believe like Arville and Sonny gonna be the two starters. Like
Me too.
you know what I'm saying? Like if Arville have a crazy year because I think he a redshirt freshman. He'll be a redshirt. I think he'll be a
So
sophomore this year. I want to say yeah he'll be a redshirt sophomore or he in his second year as just a red. I thought he got redshirt his freshman
I
year.
thought you got red shirted too.
No, so he redshirted his freshman year. Then he would have so he'd be headed into his third year,
Oh,
yeah.
but
So
he'd
it's
be a
two.
he'll be a
redshirt
redshirt
sophomore.
sophomore. Yeah,
Yeah.
he'll be a
So he still got
redshirt
2 years of
sophomore.
eligibility after this year.
Yeah, so
So
I
three.
mean, if say Arville have a crazy year this year, like he decide he want to go ahead and bust a move and go to the league, like it kind of plays in for those two guys to probably go in and had a job. You know what I'm saying? In year two possibly, but one of
Petty
Man,
John gonna be
those
a
two guys is
monster.
going to play in year two for sure.
Petty John is definitely on the field. He's gonna see the field this year.
Well,
He's
I
not gonna
think
see
Pettijohn is
long.
going to play. They from what I heard,
He's
they
gonna see the
they
field.
love what they seeing from that guy. They said his IQ is real high.
So his
Have you
legs, his
watched this
fastest break.
tape? Have you watched this tape? He's fucking insane,
Bro,
bro.
bro, a sideline to sideline, he all over the field. Like I'm like, bro, he's just one of those guys, one of those kids. Like, he's too talented not to play. Like if like Arville, like bro, like and you won't need to rotate guys anyway. So if TJ and Riley can play into where they could be rotated in at times, you know what I'm saying, to give Sonny and Arville a spell. Hey,
That's what's
all
gonna
is
happen.
well.
And then he gonna see the field a little bit, and then they're gonna be like, oh, we got to put him in there a little bit more. Same thing with Devin Sanchez.
It's
I
Devin
think they're gonna
Sanchez. They said he been
play.
looking. They said he already playing. They said that they're gonna find a way to play that man. So
You
they
got
said he too
move
good
Iggy
out
to
to
the
play.
nickel like you did with Marlon Humphrey, bro, and then put Devin on the outside. Put Iggy in the slot. Play that nickel safety that we play.
Why? So he can hold the 5-foot receiver instead of the 6-foot one?
No, so we go in
Right.
there and hit.
I ain't with Iggy. I ain't with putting Iggy in the slot. I ain't with that. I ain't gonna lie about that one. I gotta
Can't
keep
put
it
Iggy
on
in the
the
slot.
outside. You'll play Jermaine in the inside more than anybody. Like you'll play Maine on the inside. But like the thing,
It'll be weird
our
to see him in
cornerback room is
7.
so lit though right now, bro. Like you gotta understand with Bryce West and Aaron Scott and then Devin right behind Iggy and Maine. And then you got Lorenzo Styles as the nickel because Lorenzo Styles is probably going to be the starting nickel most likely.
I forgot about him.
He
He
played
definitely hit
he
it.
played a lot in the playoffs, especially in the Dom package.
I also saw a lot that Jalen McClain will start at safety with Caleb Downs.
Yeah, it's a battle between him and Malik Hartford,
Well,
but
he already had the
they
depth chart position over him this
yeah
year
McLean got the edge right
as
now.
a freshman, but he was higher on the depth chart as a freshman than Malik Hartford.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like
I mean
McClain.
Malik
McClain definitely
played more.
he
Like
pissed me off that
2 years
he
ago,
didn't
he
want to get.
played more.
I'm saying this last year, I just was reading it on the site that Jalen
Yeah,
McClain was the backup to Lathan Ransom this year, and
right,
Malik Hartford was the third string of those three,
right.
which is wild because, like you said, he got a lot of playtime like a year ago or 2 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Hancock, because of Hancock. And he was a safety. So we was running 3 safeties a lot last year. I mean,
Yeah,
it's something.
we've been running 3 safeties. We run a
So,
4-2-5. That's 3 safe. Well, so like your nickel is like a corner safety. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like you know that. I'm not trying
I'm
to
really
teach you.
physical, like Iggy. Exactly.
No, Iggy
I'm
is
with
a
you.
holding corner.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
No,
Iggy got to be on the outside, bro.
Hey, bro, I'm
Nah,
not even disrespecting
I
no
can't put him on
college
the
kid,
out in
but
the
I ain't never been
I want to see
disappointed.
Devin on the outside, bro. That's all I want to see.
Hey, you hear me? I ain't even the type. I'm gonna be the Buckeye hater of the week real quick. I ain't never been disappointed to see somebody come back ever in my Buckeye fandom, ever, ever, ever.
Man, that's
what?
crazy.
Hey,
That's
Grab.
crazy.
Bro, how
That's
many games did
nasty
he
work.
cost us on third downs to give people more chances? A lot. He was the most held. He was the most called for holding corner in all of college football, bro. That's nuts. Stop.
And what about the end of the season when everybody tightened up, including your quarterback that you praised?
He didn't play in games. They put Maine in.
Got something in your throat.
Who did? You sick as fuck. I say with my chest, they put Maine in. They put the boy from where y'all at in. That's what
Matthews.
happened. He couldn't stop holding. They put the boy from Cincy in. Oh, Mr. Winton
Matthews.
Woods
Win Wood.
himself.
yeah.
You better. Well, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Stop. I like Iggy. Don't get it twisted. And like, hey, I'm gonna give Ty his spin bout moment. He probably saved the Penn State game for us if we're being truthful. But that man held more than motherfucking any corner I've seen in at least the last 5 years.
That's really undeniable. I mean, he did have a lot of PIs and holdings.
He had a lot of big plays
You
too.
can't deny that shit, bro.
Now,
Yeah,
He got
facts,
to
he
clean
did.
this. I'm really
A lot of
pushing for
big
this
plays.
man
He
this
like to
year.
keep to
I
leave.
need,
He either
I
gonna get
need,
you a penalty or a pass
yeah.
deflected.
I love
I
the
need
team.
him to clean that shit up this
He got,
year, bro. He
yeah, he
got to
got to clean
clean
that
this
up.
shit up, bro. He
He
can't
got to
do
clean that up.
like that's why his draft stock. That's why he back. That's
I
why
think
his
that
ass
is why
coming
he
back,
back.
bro.
Yeah,
He
I
was
think.
like they had him
I,
like it's like a 6 or 7 round pick at the moment, bro.
yeah,
So
bro.
what
I don't
Marlon
think he
Humphrey played
had one
Alabama?
game where he didn't have a penalty.
Did he have one?
What
Or are you asking?
No, I don't think. I
I
mean,
don't
I, I,
believe
He
that he
said he
did.
don't think it's one game.
not
Yeah,
one.
he
that's too much.
probably
I'm
That's
gonna go
too
out on
he
the
much.
limb and
probably
say
At
got
the very least, he didn't have 2 games back to back.
yes. That's a fact. That's a fact.
I'm
That's a
fine with
fact.
that. I'm
Huh?
fine with it. I love Iggy. Y'all can't play me. I fuck with Iggy, man. I give me an
Hey,
Iggy
man,
jersey. Wear that
it's
shit every
crazy
week.
the slack you give our corner, but you ride the
hey.
quarterback position
Hey,
so good.
if his ass
But
get
what about
torched
this
this year,
year? What
hey,
about
best believe, hey, he get torched this year. Best believe OG Walk gonna be yanking his ass. He gonna be.
Yoink!
They gonna put Devin Sanchez in there so fucking fast.
What number is Sanchez? Do
They
you know
dying
that,
to play
Dev?
that motherfucker.
What
They
If
like,
he
fuck
wasn't
number
up,
playing,
is
he
nigga.
Devin
was
They said, go ahead and
Sanchez?
fuck up. We got some motherfucking
playing
niggas
him in
right
the slot.
behind you.
Telling you, because
Hey,
Humphrey was the same way there the last 3 years. He was a corner, outside corner, nothing but penalties. You move him to the slot, and he's physical. And, bro, it changed that Ravens
No,
defense. They let Hamilton
Humphrey
do
got
whatever
moved
he
to the
wanted to
slot.
do. Light down.
Humphrey got moved to the slot after Chase went for 220 on y'all ass. So it ain't no
Nah,
way.
he was in the slot already.
You
Who
know
won
what
that
I'm saying?
game? Who won
Huh?
that game?
We won that game.
You
That
won that
game,
game.
that
The
game
Bengals
Chase
won.
went for 200. We won that game.
Y'all went 0-2, baby.
Hold on, that one game where he made that miraculous play where he tackled, spin, and ran it all the way down the field, bro. We won that game. We didn't lose that
Oh,
game,
I
bro.
thought we was talking about his past season when Marlon
No,
Humphrey was Pro
that's the
Bowler.
game he
My
went
bad.
for
I'm
200
sorry.
on.
Excuse me.
That's a game
All
he went for
right, all
200
right.
on.
All right, let's get back. Let's get back to square one.
He went for
Let's get
200
back.
that game.
Oh,
Okay.
let's get back to square one. Another guy, another guy I
Vegas.
heard that's been good during the winter workouts is Philip Bell from Cali, the wide receiver, man. You know, his mom passed away as well this past year, and he ended up committing to Ohio State shortly after that. You know what I mean? And they said he been looking real well, man. Philip Bell, man, that's another guy to watch out for too. He like looking a little bit better than Quincy at the moment, man.
Mm,
I didn't see that if I'm being
I
honest.
right.
I was surprised when I heard about it. I was like, people was
Never
talking.
heard
I'm
that.
like,
I
Philip
never heard
Bell,
that
like
hype
really?
either.
But I know Phil. I mean, you watched him like he was doing. He's a baller from Cali, man. Like he's one of them guys.
Oh man,
Like
don't let
he's
Tony hear that.
sneaky,
Don't let Tony hear
sneaky
that.
guy.
Hey,
Tony
Oh
say all
hey,
his
yeah, it's
prophets
the
come
West
from you.
Coast shit. And
I
then
wanted to
I
just,
say,
hey, I
I
want to
say the
point out
last
to him
one.
though that Florida has almost more by itself than California and Arizona combined, where he was talking about his little West Coast bullshit.
Oh yeah.
All right, stop ripping on my bro,
All
man.
Hey, I
right.
love
Ain't
Tony,
even
you
So
know that.
this
But
carry
them
into the
southern
last one
states have
too.
more, period.
Go ahead, Cam.
I agree with you, by the way.
Tavion St. Clair, they've been saying that man's been looking amazing too as
Right.
well in winter workouts, man. And this leads in to the next one, the next segment. The do Tavion St. Clair and Lincoln Keyholes like have the push, you know, Mr. Sion.
I think Lincoln, no. Tavian, yes. You gotta
I agree.
have some competition for Julian. You got to. Just a push.
It's staying steam this year, but next year or the following year is up for grabs. That's how I think the competition is gonna go. And Tavion gonna push that man to his limits. That's all I'm gonna say.
Hmm.
This is my opinion. Hot take. Hot take. You fucking clip this. Julian Sane is going to be our starting quarterback this year. But Tavian St. Clair is going to grow so much throughout this offseason, this season, being the backup, getting playing time, killing backups. Julian Sane is going to transfer next year because Tavian St. Clair is going to become our starting quarterback. Hot take.
I agree.
I agree. You can't keep them both.
Nope.
I'm
Not
saying
for
they're
two
gonna take
years.
the bench.
No, I don't
St.
think
Clair ain't
from
gonna
what I
take
heard.
that's
From what
for
I heard,
2 years.
Tavion is not in no position. Like if Julian say Julian stays where his third, it'll be his third year. He like the Tavion has no intention of leaving Ohio State at all. He know his
No,
time is coming. The
listen,
coaches
you just
already
said
let
this a
him know.
minute
Like
ago. You
they
just
let
said
him
this a
know
minute
that
ago.
he's the
Born a
guy.
Buckeye, staying a bro was born 32 minutes from the stadium, bro. He was born, bred, and fed to become this. You understand what I'm
Right.
saying? Like when his parents decided to put their money into young little Tavian, seventh grade St. Clair to become what he became, it was with full intention of going to the Ohio State University. He's not leaving. I'm not saying that it's because either he leaves or he leaves. I'm saying he's going to have outdone him, bro. I'm telling you. That's my opinion. They're going to have a hard time not starting him
Well,
this year. And I love Julian. I do, bro. I got like I got like, hey, when it's his team, I dare y'all to disrespect him. I'm on my way, bro. You hear me?
Yo,
My
Hey,
thing is,
we can
is,
that
catch me
that
is,
Texas
outside,
game gonna
bro.
be big for
if
Julian.
J if
That Texas game gonna
J
be big.
I gotta come up with my name for if JS10 go crazy, if he go crazy like how people expect him, because there's some people that's starting to put an expectation behind his name a little bit right now. If he
That's
go
good.
crazy, then ain't no way Tavion gonna come in and start over him that following year. You know, but which I'm not expecting that. But Tavion, I think he's in the mind frame that like at least my junior year I'm gonna be that guy. You know what I'm saying? At least.
Yeah.
Not here.
Nah, that's the realistic. I'm just being intense, trying to be funny, but like that's the
For
reality.
sure, for sure.
I
The
I take
reality
that much
is, if
too.
Julian Sand does what I think Julian Sand is going to do this year, and that is lead us to the playoffs and potentially a repeat, like I'm not like even trying to back down. I will stand on that from right now in fucking February until goddamn January 20th next year. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like I really think that Brez got it like that, but like that's what I'm trying to tell you. I've said it in the group a few times. If we get Brady Edmonds for real, we are set at quarterback for like the next 7 years, bro. Like I'm serious. All these dudes are him, bro. We're just getting some him ass quarterbacks right now, and that's honestly like brought to you by Brian Hartline. And that's not. We all talk about what he did with the receivers. These quarterbacks are coming here because of what these receivers are coming here to do. You know what I'm saying? Like everybody wants five-star receivers. Don't no other team got five-star receivers. Not one. There's some that are close with 4 and 3 and whatever, you know what I'm saying? But nobody else has five stars and two number one receivers on their team. Nobody does. We do.
One wide receiver, you as well. But keep going. My bad.
LSU's
Okay.
close. I'm a straight shooter, bro. They're not far off.
All right.
LSU.
All right.
LSU.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So
It depends on
let
if
me go
you
ahead and
want
get into
quality or
this next
quantity.
segment.
Their top
This
two are definitely
next
better than any
segment
of
right
ours.
here.
I take Marvin and JJ.
Um. So it's
Over
been
I
talks.
call
It's
timeout.
been talks, man.
You can have. I
Oh,
need you to
hold
say that
on.
out loud. You would take who and who over Justin Jefferson and Jamar Chase? As a Buckeye, you're out your rabbit ass fucking mind if you pick any of these players right
Yeah,
now
I
over any of those
take
two
JJ.
that are in the
Who?
NFL right now.
Who?
Yeah, what? I said JJ, didn't I?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
JJ
I
not
take
there yet.
JJ.
And see, that's not fair because I would as well. I've said that. But those are the only two I think are better than him right now in all of wide receivers of any level. So I really want you to answer who in the NFL of Buckeye players would you take over those two for me to make my statement not true?
He
None.
said Marv. Oh,
Man,
okay.
I love them all. I love every single one of them, but Jamar and Justin different, bro.
Jamar's the two best wide receivers in the league.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But yeah, the McLaurin, he sucks. He's terrible. Let's not even bring his name
No,
up.
no, bro, that's what I'm saying. We have way
Yeah.
more. We have quantity, and they have two quality. That's what I'm saying. No. We have wide receiver you because we got 27 first round picks and 16
So would you
fucking
rather have 2 5 stars or five stars? That's all I'm saying.
backs. You're not wrong. I just said they're not
Thank
far off.
you. That's what I wanted to hear. But you was throwing
Go ahead.
questions back to me. You can't be mad when I just
No,
throw it
I
back.
love it. I love this shit. I live for this. I thought you really dropped two names, and I wanted to hear them
I said,
before we slid on to
I
the
said
next
Marvin
topic.
JJ. You know what I mean? I would
He
like if
said
Marvin had a better
Marvin
quarterback.
JJ. I heard him say that.
He look
So
like
did
these
I.
dudes too.
I wanted to hear it because those are the only two that I find acceptable. And like you just said, if Marv was on a team with a better quarterback, but let's be real, who the fuck has been Justin Jefferson's quarterback his whole career?
I mean, how many times did they throw
It's
the
been
ball?
on and off for a lot of guys.
Kirk
Let's get into
Cousins.
this next segment, man. Let's get
Go
into the
ahead. Go
next
ahead.
one.
My bad.
All right. So college football possibly eliminating the conference automatic bids, man. They talk about making the first top four teams the automatic bids. How y'all feel about it?
It's the way it should be.
I like
I
that.
think maybe I'm mistaken. I think that the conference champions still get an automatic bid. They don't get an automatic buy.
You don't get the automatic
Yeah,
1, 2, 3.
the automatic buy as far as that. Yeah,
Yeah, the
they talking about making the
automatic.
top four teams. Yeah, they
Yeah,
want to make the top four teams get the
they'll be the
automatic
top
buy,
four.
whether they conference champions or not.
Absolutely, that's
I
how it
agree with
should
that.
be.
But I think it is the big them kind of like settling that Big Ten SEC kind of
It's a part
nonsense.
of that.
That's how you stop the 17th ranked conference champion with 3 losses from being your 4 seed. That doesn't make sense. Arizona State being the 4 seed makes no sense. Boise State being the 3 seed makes no sense. It doesn't. They should be
I'm
11
sure Oregon
and
was pissed
12,
too.
period.
I'm sure Oregon was pissed.
That's what I'm like. Yeah, he said, I'm sure they were pissed.
Yeah, bro. I don't like. I agree with y'all, but I'm with this move. I think they need to make this move for next year, right now, like right
You
now,
know what
because
makes me laugh about it, though? Like, real statement, like, and I'll let you go, and my bad, but like, the team that's really pressing this is probably Oregon because they feel like they've done wrong.
oh
We
yeah,
wouldn't have been a top 4 seed anyways. We'd have probably been a 7 or 8 or 6 seed no matter what.
yeah.
Like,
Oregon, they the main ones, but as other like even Ryan Day, even he mentioned about it on the Urban Meyer podcast on
absolutely.
that Triple Option podcast. He mentioned as well, like far as that, like a lot of coaches are starting to speak about it and come out and say like, yo, they should rearrange the seating and stuff like that and everything. So it's getting the traction that it's leading to where the CFP, the committee is talking about it.
Yeah.
It's an easy
So
move to make. You know what I'm saying? Like, it don't
yeah.
change nothing about the sites or nothing like that or the rules, except for the seating rules. So it's an easy move. Make the move. Don't pump the brakes or beat around the bush. Just make the move. It's the right move. You watched your product, and like as much as I loved watching the Buckeyes, some of them games were complete failures, and that was based on that seating process. So fucking fix it. It's
We're talking about Arizona State, but Boise was 3-2. You know what I
no,
mean?
but I
Oh,
said Boise State. I mentioned
yo,
them. I
Oh,
agree
I
fully.
didn't hear you.
listen,
Yeah,
Arizona,
yeah, yeah.
Arizona State should have beat Texas. They was beating their ass the
They
whole
was
damn game.
they was
Yeah,
yeah
you know,
they was in the
Arizona,
game.
or whatever his name was.
They were
they was
down
though.
28-6 with fucking 9 minutes left. They made a sweet comeback, but they fell short.
I mean,
It is what it is.
yeah, but
That's what
I mean,
prevent
I think
yourself. But
that's true. But what I'm saying that justified the beating there. They made it a game. That was
No,
that should have been a
absolutely,
blowout.
absolutely. No. That one was a solid. That one was a solid game, but it didn't look like it for a long
It
time.
didn't. It didn't.
Yeah.
It didn't.
All right, so leads into the next segment, man. We have a fucking TTUN update. Of the scandal, one of the most infamous college football scandals in history. That's in full effect right now, man. Um, TTUN pretty much, man. That team
Oh,
up north, they
Michigan.
they literally they just hired a third attorney for their upcoming case. They're about to go
Help!
up in front of the NCAA
Help!
within the next 90 to 120 days. So they're going to be seeing the NCAA soon, man. And they got another third attorney, man. And I mean, I don't know. It's kind of like Diddy the other day, how the attorney withdrawal from them,
Mm-hmm.
similar to that a little bit in a sense, due to the fact that they they said that the attorney that they're working with now is the guy that they should have had beforehand. And you just got to think of it in the aspect of them having a whole nother like it's some like whatever the NCAA is trying to get them to negotiate with them and try to settle with. It got to be some shit, man.
Yeah.
Like it's just like they're fighting this to the death. Like they don't. Michigan do not want to settle at all. Like, but then they don't want to give up no information and shit. But at the same time, the information, everything's been investigated and everything by the FBI, etc.
Right.
Like, they're just
Man, I just want to
we're just
say
waiting
this.
for the verdict.
There's gonna be some Michigan fan that's gonna watch this and they're gonna be like, "Ooh, the hammer's coming," but like, yo, dog, I know y'all are like in Delulu land or like denial land or like whatever zone you want to call it, but like,
Super.
you better get some darker Cardi shades if you don't want to see it, because that bitch is coming, dog. I'm telling you. That bitch is coming.
Most
Pat
definitely,
McAfee,
bro.
And the actions of your program show that they know it's coming.
They can continue to be in denial about it, but it's like it's a real thing. And it's only getting worse for them. You know what I mean? But them having a third attorney towards this case, it's not looking good. It's really not.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying.
So
The
that
actions that they're making show that they're scared and they know.
Yeah.
Like you said, you don't get more counsel unless the two that are doing it are like help. So they're looking for somebody else and they're running through other old cases like who's dealt with something even close to similar to this or what we need to defend even similar level of incidents and maybe not the same cheating scandal but like they're probably who was co-counsel of the fucking Miami death penalty or who was the assistant of the SMU death penalty. You know what I'm saying? Like they're
Right.
like, fuck, we are in trouble. What are we gonna do? Who can we talk to? Help us.
Right.
Y'all,
where's Johnny Cochran?
hey, they honestly think that we care, but truthfully, we over here sitting here as read that 2024 national champions 9 motherfucking times. We ain't worried about y'all, but we are laughing at how delusional y'all are that you think that ain't nothing gonna happen because it hasn't yet. Obviously, to me, it shows that the ones have not been in trouble because court takes a long time and some real shit, some serious shit takes even longer.
Hmm.
And if the FBI involved,
right,
ain't no fucking way you don't think you're getting in trouble. The FBI don't just investigate shit for no reason, dog.
Nah, and the FBI take their time. They take their time investigating. They're like boa constrictors, man. Each month it's getting tighter and tighter until it's a wrap.
Should I put one on the screen?
facts.
What?
So what?
Oh hell no.
So leads into the next one, man. We can go ahead and talk about Oh yeah, Jay Crunch, man. Yeah, specific segment in the Triple Option podcast with Ryan Day.
Let
They was
him have
speaking
his
on the
moment.
Navy, man. Go ahead and give your
Yeah,
take
shout out.
about Ryan Day speaking on the Navy.
I love it. I love that he brings one of the Navy SEALs in. They crazy and they crazy disciplined, they crazy prepared, they everything. I love the Navy. Appreciate all that and the saying they had. And damn it, I wrote it down, but I don't got the paper in front of me. But it was something like, yeah, show up, wreck shit, and leave. Like, you know
He
what I
said,
mean? It's all about
he
business.
said, come up, set up shop, start a storm, wreak havoc, and go home.
There it is.
He,
Yeah, that
he,
That
shit
shit
is
was
fire.
that's that Roman Reigns shit. That's where they got it from.
That's Roman Reigns?
Roman Reigns won, bro. I got. There's a shirt. My brother has a shirt with Roman Reigns that show up, wreck shit, leave. That was like
That's where I got it from.
that was like a
Nah,
year and a
that's not
half
what
ago,
I actually said.
bro.
My
That,
bad. I got them
that
mixed
was
up.
like
But it
that
was
was
the
like that was
same.
like close to a year and a half, 2 years ago. He was saying that, bro. So yeah, that's the
The
first
Show
Navy,
up,
time I've
that
heard
shit, go
anybody
home. Like, you know what I
talk
mean?
shit like that.
That shit was live. I loved it.
Mhm.
Shout out
hey,
to the Navy.
can you imagine, like, as a man, like, I got a lot of pride and a lot of ego. I'm going to be honest. I know just like y'all, I'm a very confident man, state ranked wrestler in high school, state place or whatever. I'm confident in my abilities. But I think back to when my coaches used to try to hype me up. Can you imagine a fucking Navy SEAL standing in fucking front of you, screaming that at you? Show up, wreck shit, and go the fuck home, bruh.
Bro,
Oh,
that's what got Philly hyped with Gilly in the locker
Bro,
room.
I would
Gilly
have
in the
a
locker
gash
room with
down
the
the
Philly
middle of
fan.
my head from fucking slamming into a fucking wall. You
Yo,
hear me?
that's what got Philly. They went when Gilly in the locker room hyping them players up. They say Philly is 6-0 when Gilly takes the Philadelphia Eagles out on the field. 6-0. That,
Hey,
that shit
Gilly better
crazy.
be at every game
Yeah.
next year for them. Fuck them, but
I was like, dang, that's crazy. But he be hyping them up like that, man. Like that shit gets into your soul, man. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like a
hey,
extra shot of adrenaline.
you
man,
feel
shout
that
out the
tension coming on.
services, period. Shout out all the armed
For
forces,
sure,
but
all the
shout
services,
out that
man.
Navy
For
SEAL
sure.
for turning my team up before Texas. Because I know as Jack Sawyer was running toward Quinn fucking Ewers. He was thinking, I'm finna show up, wreck shit, and go to fuck home.
That was a
Hey, I'm
big play.
telling you,
That was a big
bruh.
play for sure.
I'm
I'm
telling
For
you that
sure,
that
man.
man's voice was in the back of his head as he was running towards him. I'm about to wreak havoc. I'm about to wreak havoc. And then I'm going home. I'm telling
going
you.
home. I'll be loud as hell running.
Yeah.
Hell
All
yeah. So
right,
shout
so
out to dude. I don't remember his name, but shout out him.
let's lead into the next segment, man. Because we got to give a recruiting update, which I want to kind of at least do 4 each week. The first one, man. Let's go ahead and start with the big one. Chris
Yo,
Henry Jr. He just
somebody tell Tony to hop in, y'all. I gotta hop off, y'all.
okay. Go
All
ahead,
right.
bro. Go ahead.
So
Yeah, the first one, bro. Like, Chris Henry Jr. Man, he just announced his official visit date. Ohio State, they're the last. We're the last visit for him, which
June
is from
20th, right?
June 20th to June 22nd. Um,
Which
he
what
gonna be in
teams they're saying.
Oregon June 13th through the 15th. The Miami trip kind of surprised me. I'm like, Miami?
He
Where
want to party,
No,
they
bro.
when
come
is it?
from?
Wait, no. Time out.
Like,
When
where they
is
come
it?
from?
No. When
It's
is it,
it's
brother? Think
it's
about it.
May
I already
30th.
looked at this. When is
It's
his
This
May
Miami
Miami game
visit?
in
thirtieth.
the 4 different cities
May
boy
30th.
come
It's for
on.
2 days. May 30th and June 1st.
Man, down there during spring break time, summertime, in the heat of the fucking. He trying to
Right.
see booties and thongs for fucking free. Get the fuck out of
Hey,
here. He ain't
hey,
going
he
to no
about to
boo boo
go,
ass
baby.
Miami
That's
to play with
it.
Carson
He
Beck.
about to show up, rush shit, and come back home.
Hey, yo, he wilding for that. He spun this block with it. He going to Miami to wreck shit and go home. Period. Listen,
Like I said last time, like, man, it's just smart for you, bro. He got game the shit out of these 4 visits, and I would too if I was 20 or
I'm a straight
18 or whatever.
shooter, bro. The only team that has any chance of stealing this man from us, there's two, and one of them is only realistic at this moment. The only teams that can steal Chris Henry from Ohio State are Oregon if they give him a crazy fucking amount of deal of money, like an insane amount of money. In a signature shoe. They talking about his man offering signature shoes. I don't think it happens. But that y'all want to hear the other realistic team is if fucking Brian Hartline doesn't keep his loyalty and goes and head coaches somewhere else next year.
He would. He next. No way. Sorry.
Bubby, if he wins a
I
national
ain't even
championship with the
I ain't
number one
even a
ranked
believer
offense, it's
that.
gonna be a hard time to turn down a fucking head coaching job for him. It's gonna be a hard time. When you're getting offered 10, 11 million because you just had the number one offense in the nation, you know what I hope not, but I'm saying that's why I said only one of the options was realistic right now. But that second option is there. If he gets a head coaching job, there's not quite a lot of thought in my brain that a lot of these receivers don't start following him wherever the fuck he goes until he comes back home. That's an honest statement in my heart. But other than that, he's a Buckeye, and the rest of this shit's just a formality for him to go have some fun right now for free
Yeah, I
and
think
probably
it's
get
just
paid
recruiting bit.
because they
I just
saying
think
these
it's just
recruits are
business
charging
pretty
these
much.
cats to go. You know what I'm saying? He probably getting paid to go let him talk. Give me a free vacation and 5 bands, and I'll let you speak to me. I'll listen to what you got to say.
That's what I was about to ask. How you think he's charging for these interviews?
Well, they're not just saying it, and the top recruits aren't doing it. The
Like how
top
much?
recruits with the NFL mentality like Pac-Man Jones behind him. He is definitely getting paid to go to these fucking visits. In my opinion. Again, I don't know Pac-Man Jones personally, so I ain't gonna say what he
Yeah,
doing,
I
but
don't think I think it's more of a case of him like like Jay Crush said. I think he's just taking a visits, man, and just seeing what's out there. That if I would say the team that is a threat would be
Or
I would say Oregon. Oregon's the only
yeah.
that's the only threat I see for real. But I don't see like we said the hardline situation. I just don't see I don't see him going anywhere, bro. Like I mean, the Ohio State visit is the last visit, and I'm just really like not. I'm not worried. Like it's kind of like JJ. Like I was really never worried that JJ was gonna leave last year for real. Like when we was recruiting him, but he was taking his Florida visits and stuff. You know what I mean? Which he was doing what he's supposed to do, and he was real close. They said Hayes Fawcett had the graphic for Miami ready for him, and um that was kind of different when I heard about that. They said like maybe Hayes Fawcett had a Miami graphic ready for him because he was really leaning on Miami. But Ohio State they got the NIL situation together where they kept JJ and Fo. You know what I mean? And JJ like he they say he's loyal family same way like like Cornell Tate man like he ain't going anywhere. Like even that third year, like he already said, he trying to win two more. So, but Chris Henry Jr. Man, I'm not really phased by the visits at all. That's just my personal opinion for real. Another guy, 5-star safety Braylon Womack. He just announced his visits just recently, and
Hey,
he's
bro,
gonna be here
this
June
one is
20th.
huge. This one is huge. I'm gonna say this. I
He's
did my research
he's also
on
visiting. Hold on, he's also visiting
Auburn and
May
Florida.
30th with Florida, Auburn, and Texas A&M on June 6th. So go ahead and
So
speak about
based on
him,
what I'm
brother.
seeing in research, we are probably in the lead on this one based on Matt Guerreri's relationship, whatever. First and foremost, I lived in Mississippi for a while, so Mississippi is the home of a lot of big time receivers. DK Metcalf, fucking old boy from fucking the Eagles. I don't know why I can't think of his name. Yeah, AJ Brown. So to me, being the number 2 safety in the nation, number 1 in Mississippi means that he's legit, bro, and that's me being real. He's also he was last year's Mississippi Player of the Year. And if I'm being honest, like looking at his stats, it sounds like at a high school level, it sounds like he was a little bit of a Travis Hunter in terms of I got
Oh
his
God.
stats here. He had 39 tackles, 5 sacks, and 8 interceptions. He had 54 catches for 1,045 yards and 13 touchdowns. He had a kick
Mm.
return touchdown and a punt return touchdown, and led his team to their second straight Mississippi State title, 6A. Um, I think this dude is a must-have, bro. I'm being serious.
Oh,
This
definitely.
dude
I
is a
think
must steal
Caleb
from
Down
the
2.0.
SEC.
There's
And I'm
a
like,
2.0 nickname for you.
yeah,
Caleb Down
dude
2.0. He's a
is
monster.
nasty, dude. I'm not lying. I watched when you put the names, like you said, it's dangerous to give me all day to study. I watched films on all these dudes, and I got a star next to his name because to me, of the 4 that you hit, of course, I got a star with a 2 next to it by Savion because I know we talking about him here in a little bit, but to me, Womack, to me, of these 4 is the one we can't miss. I think any running back's going to look solid in our system as long as they're decent. Having the number 1 running back is not like a huge issue to me. Do I want him? Is his film nasty? Absolutely. Caleb Downs 2.0, as you said, having a safety of this caliber, of this athletic ability, of this skill set has proven to be very, very volatile to our defense. So, like, bro, I want, bro, no homo
Facts.
pause. I want him to be a Buckeye.
Yeah, Womack is that deal, bro. Like, yeah, we gotta lock him in. Um, the next guy, man. Let's talk about your guy. Let me find this. Right. I'll tweak. Let me find this where he is.
Hey, talk about Savion or Felix?
Yeah, we could talk about Felix.
Felix Ojo. Is it Ojo or Oho?
Yeah, Felix Ojo. 6'6", man. Guys,
$270.
big. He's an athletic kid, man. This is an athletic left tackle, bro. Like I know they're real high on Jackson Cantwell and Maxwell Riley and Sam Greer, but they
And
are
Micah
real high
Smith
on
from
this guy.
Ohio. Don't forget the
Michael
Ohio
Smith as
cat.
well too. Yeah, Smith as well.
The more competition we have in that room, the better everybody else is gonna look. So that's kind of
Absolutely.
how it
I
goes
can't
with
wait
the
to see the
O-line.
Armstrong brothers move up too, because they were nice to watch in high school, to be honest. I don't know if any of y'all seen them. They're the twins from St.
Oh
Ignatius.
yeah,
They're
they
nasty,
they
low
they
key.
in development mode. I think the one that played left tackle, he's the one that's the better one out of those two guys. So he'll probably be the one that'll probably step up, maybe play year three. Like I
After
don't think he's there
Rice
yet.
after the Rice kid leaves,
Yeah,
I don't know how to say his
possibly.
name.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna destroy it.
It's
So
just saying.
this is my research on Felix. Like you said, 6'6", 272. He from Lake Ridge, Texas. I think that we're like probably far off on getting dude. If you look at like the levels of warmth or fire, it seems like we're probably behind Oklahoma and Texas, and unfortunately, probably behind Michigan. Um, I don't know, like Cam said something about joining that Bucknuts thing today, so I did. So this dude actually has a page in the forums about him or whatever. So I was in there reading it. Uh, it said that he was the quote unquote best lineman at the Navy Army Senior Bowl, that he stood out in pass blocking and all that. His official visit's the same day as that Savion Hider dude or Hitter dude or however you say his name, um, May 30th. But again, I just don't know how we close the gap with some of them other teams at this moment, just based on location. I don't even think Michigan's in the race either. I think that it's 100% Texas or Oklahoma.
Right.
I think it's
Uh,
100%.
Everybody's down south.
yeah,
I think it's Oklahoma.
yeah. Um, but definitely a good talent and somebody I would really appreciate trying to find a way. And again, I've said this the last couple of weeks. Tyler Bowen, show us what we brought you here for, brother. Go get us this cat. Go steal him from these dudes. Go steal these cats
Yeah.
from the SEC. That's how we
It's,
keep the Big Ten
it's
on
kind of
top.
weird with it's kind of we ain't talking about Jackson. Just a little smidgen into Jackson Kenwell. He announced all his visits, but he did announce that he's gonna visit Ohio State,
But he
but
don't
he
have one.
announced a date yet. Yeah, so that
Yep.
was kind of like a little threw me off a little bit, but I'm not that worried because at the end of the day, I think no, right now with Tyler Boyd, he got to hit the ground running with those Ohio kids. No, Micah Smith and no Maxwell Riley and Sam Greer. Like you get you get two out of the three, you be all
You
right.
winning in
You good. You know
Ohio.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like because it's good talent this year O line in Ohio, so it's a must to lock at least two out of them three guys for sure.
Yeah, I wouldn't
None
mind
of them
losing
go up
to
north.
go over
Yep,
there. Go lose.
and then
Go.
Savion Hyder, bro.
Texas
Savion
or something.
Hyder, bro. This running back, bro, from Virginia.
Hey, listen. Like I said,
He's
now
a
let me spin the
must,
block.
bro.
Let me
He's the
spin the
number
block.
one running back in this class.
16th player in
This
the
guy.
nation, regardless of position, uh, from Virginia. Hey, bro. I said earlier, any running back could look good in our system. This kid would make our system look good. You understand what I'm saying to you? Like, this kid is legit.
I seen his
Um,
highlights. I was watching some of his highlights earlier,
whoa.
and I seen him on defense. I was like,
Whoa. He cranking shit.
dude, they was calling him, bro. Mark Porter on Bugnuts called him. He could be probably like Caleb Downs if he played defense.
Yeah.
Like he's 5'11",
Um,
200 pounds, solid kid. Like plays both sides of the ball. Like,
hey, this is another.
bro, you know who else from Virginia?
Who?
You gonna tell me?
Trey.
Oh yeah,
Trey.
they did say that on his, because he also has a page on that Bucknuts forum. Um, They said that he's probably literally the same skill set and style as Trey, but bigger. Like,
Yeah, I agree with the size. Yeah, because Trey
um,
wasn't 200 pounds as a freshman
nah,
coming
he is.
in. He
Yeah,
damn sure
exactly. He is a little dude.
wasn't.
The
I
other
see
thing,
some. This guy posted some pictures earlier. Shout out to my boy Tail in the Buckeye Nation group on Facebook. He posted some pictures of like Jack Sawyer and JTT and Trey and Aneka when they was freshmen, when they was doing the winter workouts, and I was looking at them earlier. I was like, damn, they was small as hell. It was crazy looking at the pictures earlier, man. For real.
I saw those as
Yeah, go
well.
ahead, Steven.
Not, I agree. Um, I was just gonna say something else that I saw on that page is that he was a state placer in the 55-meter dash, so he
Yeah,
also
he a
fast as
track
fuck.
kid. Yeah,
He's
track and
like the
field
projected
kid as
state
well.
champion of the spring. Like he's the projected state champion of the 55-meter dash this year because he got like third or second in 2024.
He ain't never
It was
getting
But
weird.
again,
caught from behind.
I
He
seen
ain't never getting
a
caught from
warm.
behind.
I seen a warm towards Michigan as well, which is, I mean,
I was
it,
just
it
about to say
had me thinking
that.
for a second. It had me thinking, but I was like, I heard his relationship with Coach Locke is real solid though.
Yeah, I read that
Like
as
Coach
well.
Locke is working on that one
That's
heavy.
what I was about to
Like,
say.
hey,
That's my point. I'll let you go, Jay. My bad. Let me finish real quick. I was just gonna say, just like the last dude, or the Felix Ojo dude, I would say, Lachlan, show us why we brought you here because at this moment I feel like we're behind three people: Georgia, Tennessee, and that team up north. So, like you said, he got a good relationship, but like in terms of like what I read and what I've read all day is that we are probably in fourth place right now in terms of conversation where he's going to go, which is early. So being in the final five, final four, because I believe Alabama's got a visit too. I
are
would
we the
like to,
last?
but again,
Are we the last visit with him?
I believe his is May 30th, and I know June 20th is the last week of that. Most people are doing those official visits, from what I'm
Yeah, I wonder if
seeing.
that's
So
his last visit. Because that's one thing you got to pay attention to with these kids is like you got to trail the visits. Like if we
I
are
want to say that
last as far as a lot
Alabama
of these
was
kids'
last
visits,
on the visits.
okay, yeah, like if we're last, then you got to make a great impression on that last visit. For sure. Like make sure like this visit be your last visit, and you like, oh, I'm not leaving. I'm staying here. I
Yeah,
mean, but I think Hyder is definitely a high priority. Like they said, Bill Kerlick at his own mouth on the pod on Bucknuts yesterday said that he's a high priority for Ohio State as far as what they want to do for us as class. Like, and they got some
I
other
believe he
guys in
ends up.
fold.
I believe he ends up in orange or scarlet. My opinion. I think he's
I don't
either in
think he ends
Rocky
up.
Top or Columbus.
I have a
I don't
feeling
think.
he gonna come up. I think we gonna get him. I think for some reason we
I,
gonna get him for some reason. I don't know why.
I hope he get him.
I think it's
I,
Coach Block, bro. I think Coach Block is gonna like show improvement, like get this one, like, and even if we don't, okay, yeah, you'd be kind of salty about it, but there's other 4-star guys that they're looking at too as well. Like they're looking at some other guys, so they always got Plan B ready
Have
for
we
sure.
ever gotten the number one running back?
Travion was the number one, I think.
No, because he was
He
the
was number
same
one in that
class
class.
as no, a douchebag from Michigan was.
Mhm.
Who?
He
That's
was committed to
why I
Ohio
think
State,
he
but
was
then we offered Trey, and he immediately signed with Michigan. Is what I heard the story
Who's
as.
my Donovan Everett?
Yes.
I think he's right.
I don't think he was number one. I don't remember him being number one though out of that class.
We'll have to look. We'll have to check
I had
that
to look it
after and holler at each
up.
other
I had
about
to
it.
look it
I
up.
believe that I'm right, but I might be wrong. I ain't gonna bank myself on that for sure.
All right, so we got a couple other topics, but we can push them for next week. I ain't gonna get into it too much. But let's talk about Marcus Freeman comment on the NIL, man. He was basically, speaking, saying that his Notre Dame, they're not willing to pay players, NIL. Like what I got out of it was I felt like he was saying they're not willing to overpay the high school kids coming out of high school.
He was the Catholic school stuff, where
Yeah.
you know what I mean, going through the most. Why it's more about Jesus and God and everything else, and not money. It's about what you learn and what you get, and how we make you man and all that. I think that's all that was. But if it's true and they really don't want to pay people, but they've already paid kids, not anyways.
Yeah, he's been recruiting well. Like
It just means they're not going to get 4 or 5 star guys, and Marcus Freeman's going to be out of there in a hurry. So
I
it's
think that my honest opinion, I can't even grasp this statement. That's a real honest thing. Like I looked at numbers, and let's be real. You make that statement. This is almost like he forgot that it's legal to pay players now. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, you had the fifth highest NIL payout in fucking college football with 18.5 million. What the fuck do you mean you're not paying NIL? You already do, you goofy motherfucker. What are you talking about? What do you mean? What do you mean you're not? We don't do that here. Yes, you do. The 5th most in all of college football, my boy. You know what I'm saying? Like, why would you even? I feel like I don't know. After I actually looked at the numbers, because I didn't even think about that because you brought it up in the chat the other day. I didn't even think of that. I went looking at numbers, like trying to see, like, oh, damn, is he being serious? Nope. They're 5th in the nation out of 117 teams in NIL payout with 18.5. Why did you even say that? Because you obviously do. Or did they just tell you lost in the national championship, we ain't giving you money no more? Is that what happened? Or are you just saying shit for no reason? I don't get the comment. Unless what Cam said was true and he's saying we're not going to pay them until they get here and earn it. Like we give NIL to people, transfers in, and keep players here, not to high schoolers. Maybe I'm hearing the conversation wrong, but if he just trying to say they don't pay NIL money, brother, you lying at a Catholic school. You sinning like a motherfucker. You better chill out.
straight to hell.
Right, bro. Because
Hell
I
with
was
it.
sitting there. That's the
Hail
only thing I
Mary.
could interpret out of it. Like I'm assuming because that's the model. That's the module that we're going by. Georgia and Alabama. We're like the 3 top schools that's not willing to overpay these high school kids. You know what I mean,
Unless they're
like you gotta
Jeremiah
know
Smiths
we're
or
not
Ryan
desperate
Williams.
unless you're in Michigan and you're desperate to pay a quarterback over $10 million to play for you.
Right. If that's what he meant, like we're not going to give a QB that's never played a single college snap
Yeah,
$10 million. If that's what he means, brother, I agree. But let's say this: if they're Jeremiah Smith or Ryan Williams or that, what is it, Jonathan Simmons? The dude, no, that was an NFL player. The
Collins. Yeah,
Simmons kid,
Colin
that
Simmons.
Colin Simmons. Thank you, brother. I appreciate that. If they're those kind of players, you do pay them coming out of college, high school, or you don't never get them on your roster. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because once those people get them jerseys on, unless they have a complete epic failure or the coach gets fired, those teams aren't never going to let those dudes leave. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Right.
they're always going to match what other teams offer them or talk them into not leaving. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's just what it is.
Right. And another thing I was sitting there thinking about with it, like, is like because I was watching Buckeye Scoop and I was listening to Kirk Barton and them, and they was speaking about for us like you know a lot of teams are looking for those proven guys to put NIL money into as the transfers. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Just like for instance, Ohio State with the the tackle from Rice, Eaton. Like that. Like you go ahead, he's a proven guy. He showed that, he's a baller. You go ahead and he's a plug in and play, give him a bag and bring him in. Make him a first
Abs-
rounder when he come over here to Ohio State. You know what I mean? Like
Absolutely.
a lot of college coaches, they're really adapting to the transfer portal a lot more, to where like you can go get some of these low tier guys in these lower schools and bring them up. You know what I mean? And that's just a part of the game now, to where it's hurting high school ball in a sense. You know what I mean? And know, with all of the shit that they're doing for us, like now they're eliminating walk on, so it's like going to be over 100 something scholarships, and then you got the whole situation with um them with the JUCO schools and stuff to where they're trying to make it hard for us, the high school kids, to be getting this money out the gate and coming into college and shit right now. You know what I mean? So like the game is just changing it so much to where like Ryan Day said, it has to be some type of control. You got to get some
So
type of control sooner or later. Like,
I
'cause this
mean,
is
you
wild,
saying that
wild
you get,
west. Everybody's just doing what the fuck they want to do right now at this point.
I
but
think
isn't
it's
that the
gonna
most
end
free
up.
they'll ever be though? Like, isn't this the most free the NIL ever be? Do
Yeah,
you
I
think it
mean,
should?
they tampering and everything. Like people, I
I'm
think
not
the
saying it's
tampering
a good
part is
thing.
where the coaches is really like some coaches is really mad because you got the agents hitting schools up like, yo, I got such and such. He ready to hit the portal possibly if you are from an extra 500K. You know what I'm saying? Like, like you got it's so many like we've been talking about it on the podcast over the last couple of weeks where like it's just so many pros and cons towards the NIL and the transfer portal and shit. Like they just got to get this shit. They got to come up with a plan to structure this shit. Like I don't like the fact we got a whole nother portal window coming up in the spring. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, no,
which is I
it
don't
needs
think
to
we're gonna
only
have a
be
lot of
spring.
guys leave, but
So,
I don't think we're
so
gonna. I don't think we're gonna have a lot of guys leave, but per se, I think like you're gonna have a few guys, but then you're gonna have some guys to pick for them to replace them as well. Like, go ahead, Jay Crush.
so I'm talking about the cap and you know what I mean, that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
So, don't you think the high schoolers coming in should be on like a rookie scale kind of thing too? Like, you know what I mean? That's
Ooh,
just how
yeah,
my mind's
that's
going
a
when we're talking
real
about
combo to have.
how else would you? There's a cap on what you get freshmen.
That brings
yeah.
back recruiting
That'd
rather
be
than buying.
yeah. That'd be like if they did have a cap, then it's just like it'll really structure like some of those like those kids like a JJ or a Ryan Williams coming in, you ain't getting like that extra little 500 mil, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna get that. You gonna have a straight. But that's the thing where they don't want to do that because I don't think they will want to structure it so much in that way due to the fact for like individual kids per se, for individual kids. I don't think they would want to do that because of the value of other kids. They feel like some kids got other value to compare to other
So then,
ones. But at the
so then the
same
argument
time, it go
is
back.
structure
It go
law.
back to it go back full circle to where like you coming out of high school, like you ain't proved shit to us. We gotta see what you do first.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then, like, if there's no cap on what you giving these freshmen that are incoming freshmen, then Ohio State, the Alabamas, the Oregons, like they could spend as much money as they want. Then, like you see how the other edge of the sword, like that's
Right.
how they go on top of it, and that's gonna push it more towards the Big Ten and the SEC. I don't know.
Hey man,
That's just
They I'm hearing that they even trying to like. I just seen Buckeye Scoop kind of make. I'll go back and watch what they said on their pod because they just had their pod. But they talking about the Big Ten want Notre Dame. They said
yeah,
get out that independent shit and bring y'all ass over here.
gonna be
Like
a real team.
and the Big Ten, they're possibly want to get maybe one of those like the Florida States, Miami,
hey, that's
Clemson's.
how. Listen, I
Northwestern.
like to like think of myself as like an intelligent man. Getting Notre Dame, the reason Notre Dame doesn't want to come to us, you know what I'm saying, is because they'll lose their little money with what is it, NBC, I think. Okay,
Whatever.
Yeah,
bruh, restructure your contract with fucking Fox that makes us play at goddamn noon every Sunday. Okay, we bring in Notre Dame, but CBS gets to host six fucking seven games a year from the Big Ten as a night game on NBC. You know what I'm saying? Like that's how you bring them into the contract. Not, so, I mean, I know that might not work because of Fox and NBC, but like, bro, that's how you get them, and that's how you get some of the night money game back for the Big Ten because You know what I'm saying? Hey, we'll bring Notre Dame, but they get 3 night games, but we'll give you 4 more to do other big Big Ten games, OSU versus, you know what I'm saying, Oregon, or OSU versus Michigan, or OSU versus Penn State in Happy Valley. You know what I'm saying? Like that's big. Can you imagine on one of those? I mean, NBC does all right on the football. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean,
Notre
I think
Dame has
the
survived so
Big
long as an
Ten worked with them a
independent.
little bit because of Peacock. You know what I mean? So it's been games. We've played games on it. I think the Big Ten has a contract with NBC, like like a certain capacity, I believe, because
It's like
we
Sunday Night
play games
Football
on
kind of
Peacock.
thing. It's only night games and stuff,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
it's getting those two conglomerates to work together is harder than getting Ohio State, Michigan to work together. I'm just saying. Yeah,
right.
that's all that money lawyer shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Facts,
And
facts,
that bro.
facts. There's
writing.
shit we don't know
This
about behind that for
Mm-hmm.
sure.
the game is moving crazy right now because the Big Ten and SEC, like they're really on some real bully shit right now with college football. They really bullying, like get down and lay down, like yeah, y'all team, oh y'all conference dead, come over here, like
You got Debo and Sugar going on you right now. I'm telling you.
Hey, hey, how many more we got, Cam?
man. So we could actually. I want TB to be here for that last topic. I ain't gonna lie.
I ain't
I ain't
gonna
gonna
lie to you.
lie.
I gotta work at 4:30, and
Yeah, I gotta
I
run too, man, for sure, man. So
hey,
great
let me
pod
get a
tonight, man.
OH.
All right, yo, man.
Io,
Hey,
yeah,
shout
go
out to the
ahead.
Buckeye Steppers
For
always every
sure,
Wednesday, 8 o'clock.
brother.
Let's go.
Yes,
Let's go.
sir. Yeah, man. So great show tonight, man. Remember, subscribe to CamJ Network on YouTube. Follow KMJ Network on all social platforms, man. Buckeye Steppas podcast every Wednesday, man. This was a lit show. You know what I'm saying? We got more. We had like 3 more topics to cover, but you know what I'm saying? We've been on here. We got into a few topics a little longer, but it's all good though. But you already know the vibes, man. Buckeye Steppers podcast. We'll be back next Wednesday, every Wednesday. And we got some lit shit next week because the debate that we was gonna get into, it was gonna get crazy. But I wanted my boy TB to be here for that one, man. But it's all gravy, man. You already know the vibes. Yes, sir.